What is up, YouTube? It's Die Hard here, bringing the announcement video that I had announced earlier this week. And I said a couple of days. It's been like 4 days or 3 days. But, if you're feeling nice or generous, you can follow me on the Twitter. You can subscribe to me on YouTube, ask me questions on the Ask FM and try to troll me. You can send me messages on Xbox and talk about how much you hate me. Or you can just watch this match I had with TheDream IX, who is in the J Project. And didn't even know who he was until he joined the match. But we had a really fun match, really good match. So I want to talk about what the announcement was. And so by now, most of you know that I'm making a reincarnation of sorts. It's not the power plant, so I just want to get that out of the way. It's not TPP. It's got many of the TPP guys, as well as some new faces and things like that. It's got all that good TPP, history, but it's not TPP. And before I tell you what the name is, because the name may make some people angry, may make some people not angry, whatever, I want to go over some of the... I'm just going to kind of go back over my twit longer. One of the main questions I always get is, can I get a tryout? Unfortunately, no. I already chose the people I want to work with, and I almost wish I would have chose this guy. He did great in this match against Jerry Graham, but I already chose people I wanted to work with, so we've already got that kind of set in stone. So we won't be doing any tryouts or anything like that. Another question is, will your show, my super secret show, be going to WWE 2K15? Yes, it will, whenever I'm good and ready to. Probably about the time an editor comes out, because I want to be able to import my paint tools. I don't want to have to. I can't draw the paint tools. It's just not my thing. Yes, Billings will be on commentary. And yes, of course, Die Hard is pulling all the strings backstage, because that's what happens when you run your own show. Let's see, what else? Oh, it's not going to start out in an independent arena and then work its way up to a main thing, because Die Hard, his backstory is he's been wrestling he had 18 years of a wrestling career, and he amassed millions upon millions of dollars, so he can buy these big venues and all that good stuff. So he doesn't have to worry about wrestling some little bingo hall like some other places have to do a lot of the time. They wrestle in bingo halls because they ain't got the money. But that's not what you got. And as you notice, I got the wrong taunts on Jerry Graham. You'll understand all that later. But so what's it called, right? What is it called? That was the question. I went back and forth on so many different names, but I decided on Full Force Wrestling Genesis. Now, I am well aware that now I'm aware. I wasn't aware when I was making the name, but I'm aware that there's another show called Genesis out there. Well, I'm sorry, but you need to go look up what a Genesis is. A Genesis is something that comes after. This comes after TPP. So this is like Die Hard's Genesis. And so it's Full Force, or FFW, Full Force Wrestling Genesis. And I like it. I like the little concept thing. And I don't give a shit what anybody says, because the worst part is, if I still put out my first episode before everybody else gets all their episodes out, even if that other show already had the Genesis thing kind of planned out and laid out, that's just bad on you, because I got a late start, and if I still get it out before, I don't know. That's just spectacularly amazing. But anyways, so no, there's no tryouts. Will I still do the podcast thing, the Die Hard podcast? Yeah, periodically. I was supposed to do it this week, but I was really busy. No tryouts. Billings will be on commentary. Die Hard, of course, is going to be pulling the strings. And I frequently get the question of, can I make a one-time or two-time appearance? Maybe. Just depends on who you are. That's just the way it is. What else? When is it going to debut? Very soon. I'll let you guys know on Twitter. And, of course, I'll let you know on YouTube, the closer it gets to the launch date. But it's going to probably be before the end. There's a 100% probability it will be before the end of August. I can guarantee that. I'm thinking, just depending on how motivated we get. I mean, it's Friday today. I'm super tired. I got to work tonight. But just depending on how motivated I am. I mean, with the people I'm working with, we could probably bust out like one full episode within the weekend. Maybe a day or so. So it's very possible. We just got to, just get motivated, and that won't be too hard to do. So Full Force Wrestling Genesis is what it's going to be. It's going to tailor to the guys that kind of didn't get as much showtime on, Frontline and Strike Zone as what the other guys did, or didn't have as much focus on them. Like I said on my podcast when I was talking about it, these are some of the deepest storylines that not only I have written, but I firmly believe that anybody's perceived on shows. It's the deepest seated storylines possible. Because I can prove that I have a second generation wrestler. That's the thing. Like, everybody says that they're second gen wrestlers and they're like 23 or 24 and they're doing this whole prodigy thing. The Die Hard character was in his 30s 10 years ago. I said this on Twitter yesterday. So, he's like 45 now is what we figured Die Hard's age at, or 44. Die Hard's an old man. The junior character's like in his 20s. He's like 23. And he was raised around wrestling. So, yeah, he would be the prodigy. The prodigy of Die Hard. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. I'm not trying to make anybody mad. I'm not trying to piss anybody off. I'm just saying. I mean, you guys chose a shitty-ass time to all of a sudden want to be in your 30s. Because, that was like 10 years ago for Die Hard. But anyways, so we have 2 actual second-generation wrestlers in FFW. One of them being Junior, and I can't tell you who the other one is, but you guys will find out relatively soon who it is, and it'll be pretty exciting. I think so. Like I said, it's probably one of the storylines I was writing are some of the deepest storylines I've written in a long time. And like I said, I firmly believe there's some of the deepest storylines that have been written in cause shows in general. I don't call when we do the shows, I don't say the best superstars in CAW, because CAW means create a wrestler. We're making shows. This is like our emulation of the wrestling business, the wrestling organizations, the wrestling world. That's what that is. I mean, unfortunately, real life doesn't have this many wrestling promotions. I mean, and wrestling promotions don't just pop up like that because they don't have that kind of funding to do that. But in the video game world, we can do that, which is fine. It's perfectly fine. I'm not trying to compete with anybody. I'm not trying to say I'm better than anybody. I don't care, honestly. I decided out of my own accord that I wanted to do this. Like, part of me missed doing it, but then at the same time, part of me didn't. And it's, like I said, it's tough because it's a fine line you got to balance. Part of me loves wrestling, and I love making the shows, but then there's another part of me that's like, man, it's hard to keep that drive. But with the guys I'm working with, I think I can make it happen, and I think we can make it happen very good. So we should be pretty good. I love the belly-to-belly from the top rope. I wish I would have put that as a normal belly-to-belly, just one that beals him over his head like that. That'd be amazing. So, yeah. Full Force Wrestling Genesis. That will be the show. Am I going to put them on their own YouTube channel? No. They're just going to go onto the Frontline channel and the TPP 2K channel, because I'm too lazy to make another YouTube channel, and I've already got the Frontline channel partnered. I've got the TPP 2K channel partnered. So, yeah. I'm all about that YouTube money, you know what I mean? And, yeah, I already had a pain in the ass doing the Twitter, because I couldn't have Full Force Wrestling because it was already taken. And I was like, okay. And they don't even have anything on the Twitter. So I had to do FF Wrestling 1. And that's not what I wanted to do. I guess I could have done like FFW Genesis, but I didn't want to do that, just in case maybe we add a second show or something. I mean, I don't think we're going to add a second show. Oh, also, I forgot to tell you guys. We are going to have like a kind of like, it's going to be an indie arena like the TPP 2K arena. This is my special little TPP 2K arena. When I first got the Paint Tool importer, I hacked in this arena, or the logos. But, yeah, there's going to be an indie arena. So the way it's going to work, Genesis is the main show. It's just a normal show with the storylines, the main storylines and everything like that. The kind of independent or the indie house show type thing, it still has the storyline elements to it. You'll understand it when you see it, but it's called FFW Ringside is what our working title is on it right now. I haven't given a definitive name for it, but when we first make the first one that comes out, we'll have the definitive name figured out. So I just wanted to point that out, that you'll be able to see more than just one. Oh, is the show going to be weekly? Probably, but this is how we're going to do it. We're going to do it 1 month at a time, okay? So you'll get a month worth of weekly shows, and then we'll probably stop and take the time to write out the new stuff we're writing, like, for the next pay-per-view and stuff. That's how we're going to do it. Also, I'm going to announce the first match card, okay, for FFW Genesis. I've never done it before. I've never announced the match cards. All right. So like I said, I'm going to announce the match cards. So the first match, Anthony Guerrero Jr. versus Rowland Ryder. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. I think I'm going to enjoy playing it. Should be good. Rowland Ryder's got a kind of newer look, so hopefully you guys like it. Second match of the night. This is a tag team match, okay? We've got the Chocolate Drops, Damian Wallace and Tyrone Jennings. They're going to be facing a new tag team in Mark Lester and Bryson, which at the time of this video, we haven't debuted our little indie house show thing, which then you'll see Mark Lester and Bryson in the first tag team match. So keep your eyes peeled for that. The third match of the night, we have a debut. We've got former TPP jobber veteran Lance Owens taking on this newcomer Riley Thompson. And I think that's going to be a pretty good match. I think you guys might like it. I think I'm going to like it. I like what I wrote for the whole thing we got going on there, so I think you guys are going to like it. Fourth match, so the co-main event of Genesis, Adam D. Whitmore versus Darren Trinidad. Now, we've seen this before in TPP, and they had good chemistry then. I think they can have good chemistry now, so that's going to be a good match. And then the main event of the evening. Let me get into character here as I say this as Die Hard. The main event of Genesis is going to be Jerry Graham facing the 319-pound Atlas. And Atlas is going to smoke Jerry Graham. So that's going to be the match card. And, of course, there's the little story elements in there and stuff. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So, yeah, guys, that's the match card. And I hope you enjoy it. And all that good jazz. And as always, this matchup is kind of wrapping up. I'll probably let you guys watch the last couple of minutes of this match. And I botched there. I meant to. My controller was acting a little weird. It wasn't reacting the way it was supposed to. But yeah, so you send me messages on Xbox, tweet me on Twitter, Skype me on Skype, comment on the YouTube video, ask me questions on Ask FM. It's all above at the top of the screen there. And if you want to play this guy that I played, his gamer tag is IX space TheDream space IX. I had fun playing this match. And, yeah, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this match. Excuse me. And I hope you guys enjoy Genesis when it comes out. Like I said, it'll be coming out definitely in August. By mid-August at the latest for the first episode, but more than likely sooner than that. So just sit tight, guys. And it'll be out very soon. Like I said, we just got to get a little motivated, and that won't take too much to get motivated. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I will catch you guys later and enjoy the rest of this match. So see ya.